So there was once upon a time where I farted in public, where there was an ATM machine, and this lady I did not know about was standing to the stall to the right of me, and she looked over and she said, "Wow," and I said, "Well, yeah."
Hey, what's up, man? What's going on? I'm sitting up here, taking a break from this video right here. I multitask a lot. I usually have 3, 4, 5 tabs open. It might be, you know what I'm saying, multiple people who are live streaming. It might be some research that I'm doing on my browser. You know what I'm saying? It might be Netflix. It might be Tubi. It might be, you know what I'm saying, whatever. I'm usually multitasking. I might be logged into Second Life, doing some shit on there. But I was reminded, I was watching Netflix, and on Netflix you got The Arrow, you got The Flash, you got Supergirl, and you got DC's Legends or something like that. And they all kind of collab together every now and then. And it's one thing that I like. Yeah, it's one thing that I like. You know what I'm saying? That they do collab together every now and then. You know, they make guest appearances on each other's show. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty cool. They all come from DC. And I've seen it once before when I was watching, what was it? Cage, the Iron Fist, Jessica Jones, all three of them, you know what I'm saying, they collaborated, you know what I'm saying, guest appeared on each other's series. So one of the things that I don't like is in these series, they're constantly lying to each other. You know, it doesn't make any sense. You have a person who's supposed to be a goody-goody superhero. I ain't even say goody-goody. I'm just going to say the superhero who lies to everybody about their identity. Okay? That's one part of the lie that I don't like. And then you got the other part of the lie of whenever people start to find out, then they start lying to other people. And then you got this situation to where people say they're lying in order to protect somebody from getting hurt. And when I'm watching this, what pisses me off the most is that everyone who's watching this idiotic shit, they might do it in real life. And in real life, we call those white lies. Alright? To which I think it's funny because when you look up the definition of white, it's supposed to be everything in purity. But yet, I don't know who made up the phrase of quote unquote a white lie, but I'm glad they didn't put the word black on it, because black is supposed to be everything leading to death. You know what I'm saying? Everything less than good, all that kind of good shit, or all that kind of fucked up shit. So anyway, you got all these people telling all these white lies, and I'm like, yo, whoever is creating these shows, these producers, and whoever's allowing these shows to go on these networks, they're allowing people to get fucked up ideas of what life is imitating an art. And it's one of those things where if a person isn't intelligent enough to make a difference in, you know what I'm saying, what's entertainment and what's life, then they're going to suck into this whole, I want to do good for mankind, but I don't want everybody to know, so I'm going to lie here and there. We had presidents who have lied. We have politicians who have lied. The people who are supposed to protect the citizens have lied. You know what I'm saying? We're in a world of the haves and the have-nots, and everybody is lying. And that's bullshit. It's fucked up. It's like, no wonder we can't have peace and harmony, because one person or another is creating chaos. They are creating a toxic environment, one way or another. And it's irritating. It's very irritating. I have stopped watching a lot of different TV shows or a lot of different movies because I get tired of, having that shit put into my face. Or I'm not gonna say put into my face, I make the choice of watching it, but I get tired of having that shit in my face. You know what I'm saying? I want to be entertained because I want to get some type of an escape from this fucked up reality of a world that we live in. But even then, it's just like, I can't fool myself into enjoying some raggedy ass trash. Not all the time. That's why I enjoy. It's like this game here, 7 Days to Die. And okay, that's why I enjoy this game. Because this game, you know what I'm saying, it has the bones. The developers created a game, and they gave options for different difficulties so that different people can play in different ways. All right, and there's no way of a person to play the game and lie about what they're doing in the game. You know what I'm saying? So I enjoy this a lot. It's truthful. It's like math. You know what I'm saying? 2 + 2 = 4. You know what I'm saying? It's just, you got some people who try to outsmart the developers, meaning, the developers program the AI to do certain things, which is the zombies to do certain things. And you got people who try to, outsmart the way that the zombies or the AI get to them and kill them in the way of making different horde bases. Horde bases is you set the settings to where every so many days you get, every so many days around 10 or 11, I think it's 10 or 11, something like that. I think it's 11. You have a horde of zombies that's going to attack wherever your horde base is, wherever you are. You know what I'm saying? They're programmed to come attack you. So that's what I like about this game. If you don't want to have a horde night, you don't have to have it. So anyway, when it comes back to these lies and things and entertainment, it's like, man, there's other ways of entertaining yourself. You know what I'm saying? But me, I don't want to be a type of person that drives myself crazy over truth and facts, because with all the books and all the documentaries and all the research that a person can do, you never know how many other people have gone out their way to put information and everything that you use as research to fuck your head up. Trust in this world is fucking hard to find. It's very rare. You can't trust everything you read. Can't trust everything you see. Can't trust everything you hear. Can't trust your own feelings about things. And that's really what's fucked up. You heard the term second guessing yourself, right? So that's really fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we can't trust our own feelings. I don't know how many times I've been in and out of relationships during the phase of my life when I was practicing religion. I used to sit back and say, well, maybe God brought this woman to me. Well, maybe God don't want me in this relationship. What kind of bullshit is that? Maybe I'm with this woman because God want me to do something for her. Maybe God want me with this woman because it's something that she's going to do for me. You know what I'm saying? Some fucked up shit. Now, when I let religion go, it was easy to just be like, okay, I'll hold myself accountable for the bullshit that I bring to this relationship. And you got to hold yourself accountable for whatever you bring to this relationship. You're going to make up your mind on whether you're going to tell me the truth or whether you're not. You're going to make up your mind on whether or not you're going to tell me what you want me to hear or you're going to tell me what I need to hear. Man, I used to fuck women up on the basis of I told them what they needed to hear from, you know what I'm saying, by dealing with me. Like telling them straight up, if we're out somewhere and your past comes to fuck you up, I'm not going to be there. I'm not going to protect you. You did something and you need to pay that person back. You know what I'm saying? Point blank. Same thing with me. I'm not expecting you to sit back and defend me if I did some harm to somebody in my past and they came back to get their revenge. You know what I'm saying? I had to be honest with you and be like, hey, bae, man, hey. You know what I'm saying? This was a long time coming and fucking I deserve this shit. You know what I mean? It's some honest shit. And so it's like, yo, man, honesty is rare. You know what I'm saying? Truth is rare. It's hard to do the right thing, but it has to be done. It's so easy to do the wrong thing. It's so and it's hard to resist doing the wrong thing because sometimes there's so many things that you can receive as a gift. You know what I'm saying? By doing the wrong thing. So, as I look at these TV shows and as I look at these movies, I'm just like, man, it's crazy. You know, and then being picky about what I'm watching. It's like when I'm on Netflix, I go through the titles and I might see a preview here and there, and I'm like, I don't want to watch that shit. So I stick to what I have been watching. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I think the Arrow had like 8 seasons. And I was like, well, I know I'm watching a bunch of bullshit, but at least it's something that I can watch and, you know, put my interest in between the time that something like a good movie is going to come out. You know what I'm saying? I sure hate the fact that it has to be that way. But what else can I do? You know what I mean? There's a few other people that I've heard that had choices, that have made choices like I make when it comes down to picking and choosing what you watching on the understanding that, you know what I'm saying, man, it's like, man, you either gonna deal with some bullshit or you're gonna drive yourself crazy over watching a bunch of propaganda, maybe is the word. You know what I'm saying? Shit that's placed out there to make me think one way, you know what I'm saying, a distraction from what's really true, and trying to get consumed with truth and facts can fucking drive me nuts. You know what I'm saying? It's like to get so consumed in something to when you find out that it was a lie, you just lose your fucking mind. I mean, it's like, wow, for real, for real? Golly. So when I had to unthink a lot of the bullshit that I was raised up around, when I started doing that, life became a whole lot more simpler and easier. Um, and I don't know, man. I just hope that if you're watching this video, you know, just be careful what you're watching. Be careful of the entertainment business, period. Anything that we're listening to, you know, music and movies, TV shows, the news, whatever, you know what I'm saying, whatever. Just be careful. You know what I'm saying? Know that there is a big chance that somebody is trying to fuck your head up. They're trying to distract you from what the real world is all about. And don't forget to make sure that you really find out the truth of things as much as you possibly can. You know what I'm saying? They have said that if you don't know your history, then you're doomed to repeat it. And the history is consumed with, or the history is wrapped up around a lot of different cultures, a lot of different people. Russia supposedly has this book of the original Bibles and how the pigmentation of the skin was brown. You know what I'm saying? Meaning that all the Israelites and Hebrews and Jews and whoever else, you know what I'm saying, was in the first part of the book. You know what I'm saying? The first book or whatever, first few books or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Pictures of them in churches or whatever happen to be, you know, the color brown. Some shit like that. You gotta check it out, you know what I'm saying? It's on YouTube and it's on different, if you go to your search engine, your browser, you know what I'm saying, look up, you know what I'm saying, how other people viewed the Bible back in history or throughout time, and you'll see all the differences. You know what I'm saying? It's like everybody has their own way of thinking and their own way of practicing religion and all that kind of shit. So it's like Christmas. I think I don't know if it was the Dutch or the Danish or I forgot who it was, but they had Santa Claus. They called him Black Santa or something like that. And it would be a white dude that had soot on its face and going out as a regular Santa Claus. And it became a tradition to these people. Well, within the last few years, there's been people that had protested that and was like, you know, we need to get rid of it because it's racist as fuck. But you got people fighting back and being like, it's tradition as fuck too, so don't take our traditions away or our freedom to celebrate this black Santa. You know what I'm saying? Even though it is a white man doing, you know, blackface. It's some crazy shit. But I like doing research and I like having the understanding that I may be looking at a bunch of lies and a bunch of bullshit. But is just an interesting thing because, you know, this is a crazy ass universe. As wondrous as it is, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy. You think about the human body, and then you think about animals. Look at your elbows and the way that they bend. You know what I'm saying? They bend opposite of the way that your knees bend. And when you look at animals, you know what I'm saying, mammals and shit like that, or even reptiles like turtles or whatever, look at the way their joints are their elbows and knees, how they are constructed. You know what I'm saying? Look at how majority of the animals and humans, you know what I'm saying, have two nostrils or two nose slots. You know what I'm saying? Two ear holes, one on each side of the head for hearing, two eyeballs. You know what I'm saying? A mouth, a ass. You know what I'm saying? Food comes in one way, goes through the body, out the back end. You know what I'm saying? Look at how the lungs and the heart is positioned. You know what I'm saying? It's like whatever created us and whatever made our DNA so easy to copy through sex and reproduction, it's like, man, are you serious? You know what I'm saying? It's like all the things that, all the intelligence that we're born with, that we don't get taught, we just automatically do, versus the shit that you teach an infant or a child as they're growing up, and develop them in the way that you want them to be developed into. You know what I'm saying? It's like finding kids that were put out and left out in the woods or something, and they had gone feral. You know what I mean? And it's like, yo, what's the difference between that and what they call a fucking caveman? You know what I'm saying? Or what was supposed to be a caveman. You know what I'm saying? Me and my family, we look back and we say, cavemen, did cavemen come from fucking Africa? Did Africa have an ice age? As a matter of fact, that's a good damn question. Hold on. Okay, the question is, was there an ice age in Africa? And this statement says Africa was the only habitable continent for humans during the Ice Age. The strip of land on Africa's southern coast around 200 miles east of Cape Town. Where's the rest of it? Oh, see more. Let's see. Let's see what this website says. Ice Age in Africa. While the Ice Age had a significant impact on Europe, Asia, and North America, the Ice Age in Africa did not see large parts of the African continent covered in ice. Africa was not covered in ice during the Ice Age because the African continent is located closer to the equator where the temperatures are warmer. Additionally, Africa has a large landmass that helps to buffer against changes in climate. So, without me even looking that up, it only made sense to me. You know what I'm saying? Africa wasn't even in that hemisphere for the Ice Age. So all the Africans that wandered around up in those northern hemispheres dealt with that Ice Age. You know what I'm saying? Caucasus Mountains, Caucasians, all these other people, which you will call cavemen, Africans that evolved into people, you know what I'm saying, that had to live in that environment. If you look up, videos on the evolution of nostrils, the evolution of long necks, you know what I'm saying, the evolution of pointed noses, things like that. If you look up shit like that, you'll see the way that people evolved from Africanized humanoids to what they are now. You know what I'm saying? From the color pigmentation and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? The melanated person evolved into a non-melanated person by evolution because they had to survive in the continent that they were in. You know what I'm saying? So science says one thing, and it's up to the person, you know what I'm saying, to make sense of it all. You know, individual people have to make sense of shit. You can't just take a horse to water and make them drink. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, back to this entertainment shit. When I'm watching these different TV shows, I just sit back and I'm like, man, all this is some bullshit. But then I look at my other options and I'm like, this is the lesser evil. You know what I'm saying? It is, quote unquote, just entertainment. But then I'm like, man, there's gotta be other ways of, you know what I'm saying, of being entertained. I was sitting back and I was like, yo, like on the Arrow, you know what I'm saying? They got people that throw smoke bombs down and then they disappear. Well, I want to see some spoofs. You know what I'm saying? A ninja spoof to where, like, a ninja throws down smoke, but you see them kind of shuffling to the side, you know what I'm saying? To the left, like they, you know what I'm saying, move slowly. You know what I'm saying? As the smoke is fading away, you can see them kind of shuffling to the side, you know what I'm saying? And the person is like, I see you. You know what I'm saying? And the person who's supposed to be a ninja is struggling to get up a wall. You know what I'm saying? It's like, humor. Put humor to reality. You know what I'm saying? The shit is funny as fuck. You know what I mean? Because out of all the times I sat back and watched Kung Fu Theater or whatever the fuck, and you see they have bionic power and things. I used to sit back and be like, I don't see any wires. You know what I mean? As a kid, I'm like, I didn't see any wires. I didn't, how they do that. You know what I'm saying? Are they, it's like when a person jumps up high, is it that person, like, did they reverse the film? So to where it's like a person who's jumping down is looking like they're jumping up. You know what I mean? It's like, and then, growing up, you start seeing other little trade secrets of making movies and stuff, and it's like, oh, that's how they did it back in the day. You know what I mean? So, a lot of facts and truths, they end up getting debunked. It's like, think about dinosaurs and think about how many dinosaurs that they said existed, but yet they actually didn't exist because people just found a bunch of bones and tried to make them fit together, even though they had like 2 or 3 different dinosaur bones put into one dinosaur. You know what I'm saying? In order to, get this funded money, research money, these different grants. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, yo, man, look at it, all these years that we've been lied to about certain dinosaurs that had supposedly existed when they didn't. It's like, come on, man. They can lie to us about silly shit like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what importance is it to know about what dinosaurs existed? You know what I'm saying? It does us no favors. We don't need to know that shit. You know what I'm saying? We don't need to be tested on it. None of that shit. I mean, fuck. Are people, we got Jurassic Park. You know what I'm saying? It turned into a nice little money maker for the people who like the film and wouldn't put their asses in the seats of the movie theaters or rented the videotapes or the CDs I mean the DVDs, you know what I mean, who went out and watched it, you know what I'm saying, and got the ratings up on TV, or watched it on TV to get the ratings up on whatever channel that movie came out on, you know what I'm saying? So monetary gains. But it's like, really? Who gives a fuck about dinosaurs? They have no bearing on what politicians are doing every day. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna get off here and finish this video. It's just I get pissed off. I get unnerved or whatever the fuck. I get irritated about the bullshit that's going on in the world, and you know I want to get upset with myself because I'm allowing myself to go through this extra bullshit. No one's forcing me to watch these TV shows or movies that's triggering, you know what I'm saying, these moments to where I want to run my mouth. You know what I mean? So anyway, let me get off here. I hope you have a good day. Hope you have a good night. Hope you have a good morning. If you have had thoughts of like this, you know what I'm saying, let me know in the comments below. You know, it's important to keep communication open. You know, you may not be the only person. I may not be the only person who have thought about this shit. You know what I'm saying? You may not be the only person who thought about it either. You know what I'm saying? You probably thought about this years ago. You know what I mean? And I'm just now saying something and whatever the fuck, and you're seeing it, and you're like, whoa, I thought that shit too back in the day. You know what I mean? Whatever the fuck. Just leave me, you know what I'm saying, a comment below, and let me know if you thought about this crazy ass shit too. You know what I'm saying? Peace.